Hi guys, welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. I'm Lima and today I'm going to show you how to make some chocolate love hearts. Just some gift ideas for Mother's Day. So the first one we're going to do is use a plastic chocolate mold. So at my cake decorating shop they had plenty of love heart molds. I liked this one. So I'm just pouring in some milk and white chocolate. Then once I've poured it all in the mold, I'm going to tap it gently on the table just to clear out any air bubbles and then pop it in the fridge to set. When your chocolate has set, it should release very easily from the mold and then just kneading up any excess chocolate from the sides with your fingers. Another way you can do it is by using silicone molds. Now this one I got off eBay for about $5 and I'm doing the same thing where I've added some milk and then some white chocolate and just kind of going all around the sides of the silicone mold just to get a nice even coating. Now you can use tempered chocolate if you know how to temper your chocolate, but if you don't know how to temper your chocolate, then melt a compound chocolate. So the chocolate that you buy should be a compound chocolate. Once the first coat you've done, you pop it in the fridge for 5 minutes and let it set, and then you repeat it and do the second coat. And we want to do the second coat because we want to make sure that our chocolate is quite thick, because if it's a bit thin, it's very easy for it to crack as you try and release it from the mold. But if it's thicker, it's very easy to work with. So second coat's done, popped it in the fridge, let the chocolate fully set, and then you could just remove the silicone mold and that just gives you a beautiful two matte shade like marbled effect. If you don't want to do the whole entire heart case, you can just do the lid, but that just gives you like a really gorgeous, just a love heart chocolate, kind of just like a chocolate slab, but you've obviously got the heart shape. But that's very simple to make because you just pour the chocolate, tap it, let it sit in the fridge. Don't need to do the two coats, just do one solid thick coat, and then you've got this gorgeous love heart slab that you can decorate. So if you made a plain one, you could write like "Love you, Mum," "Happy Mother's Day." Another way is if you want to get creative is colouring your chocolate. So I always use food colour powder. So it's oil-based food colour powder that you just stir into your chocolate, and all I'm doing is letting it drizzle off the spoon. So just kind of going in circular motions, and this is just going to give me a two-tone effect. Now I'm going to let this set in the fridge for about 5 minutes. Once it has set, I'm pouring in my white chocolate. Now you want to make sure that your white chocolate is not hot at this stage. You want it to be nice and cool. So before you pour it, just kind of dip your finger in there. If your chocolate is cool, it's ready, because if it's warm, it will just melt all that red chocolate. And then again, I'm going to repeat it and do the sides. With this pattern, because I've already done the first pattern, I find it easy if I just use a spatula and just go around the sides. And I'm going to do it 2 times just to make sure it's nice and thick, and then pop it in the fridge, let it set up and firm up completely, and then when you remove it, you're going to get this gorgeous red against white. Before you pop it in the fridge, just use a knife to cut off all that excess chocolate on the sides. That just gives you a neater finish when you get it out of the fridge. So before it goes in the fridge, just cut off all the excess chocolate, pop it in the fridge, let it firm up completely, and once it's firmed up, you'll have that really beautiful two tones where you've got the red and the white. There is another way of doing this as well. This kind of connects the two colors together, so you've got like a flat surface of the red and white. Another easier way of doing it is making a white chocolate love heart and then just drizzling the red chocolate on top. Now obviously this kind of looks, you can tell the chocolate is on top of it, it's a bit thicker, but it's a very easy way of doing it. So you could just do white chocolate and then drizzle on the red. I absolutely love this mold. I got it off eBay. It's a silicone mold. You can bake with it. You can make soaps with it. It's gorgeous. I'm using this tape to make some chocolate truffles. So once you've got your mold, you're going to just pour chocolate all the way to the top of your mold. And then you were going to tap off, well, we're going to kind of gently tap it so it goes in all the corners and gaps of the mold, and then we're going to pour off all the excess chocolate. Get a scraper or a spatula and just kneading up all that chocolate that's on the sides. Let that set for about 5 minutes in the fridge, and then I've lightly warmed up some peanut butter in the microwave for about 10 seconds and some Nutella. That's just a really easy way of making the truffles. Obviously, if you want, you can use ganache or fill them with whatever you want, but I love Nutella and peanut butter. So once you filled it, just use again the chocolate to seal the back, and then pop it in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes just to make sure the chocolate is completely set. And when it's set, it's very easy. Again, it's silicone mold, it's very easy to release. So just gently tap it once you've finished it all, just to neaten up the back. Pop it in the fridge. Once it has been set, just push the mold and the chocolate should just pop right out. And then you've got these gorgeous chocolate Nutella and peanut butter flowers. Cut off any excess chocolate that you might have on the sides with a knife, and if you have any extra chocolate, you can use your fingers too if you wanted to, but the knife just gives you a little bit of a neater finish. And then I'm using these molds here for some chocolate decoration. These are fantastic silicone flat molds. You can get them off eBay for about $5. Lots of different styles and patterns. So I'm going to be using a few of these ones today. Again, put my chocolate in a piping bag, do the exact same thing, fill it and tap it gently, and then you pop it in the fridge to set. I love making chocolate decorations with these silicone molds because they're so detailed and they look fantastic. And of course you can do them with any silicone mold that you've got, and once it has been set, they're very easy to release out of the molds. And you can get creative. You can do white chocolate, dark chocolate. You can use these for cupcakes, cakes, any dessert that you really make. These really give it that little bit of a touch. So I've got these ones with dark chocolate, and that's pretty much the mix that I've made here. So milk, white, and then kind of mix the two of them together. And as you can see, they're so detailed and really, really pretty for desserts. So I stacked some of them with some chocolate onto my love hearts. I just got a few of the very ones. That gives you a beautiful chocolate slab. With the ones that are like the chocolate cases, you can really fill them up with whatever you want. If you don't want to make the truffles, you can just fill it up with lots of different candies or any particular cake that she likes. You could do fruits. So here I've done the strawberries with a bit of raspberries and the truffles. Now with this particular mold, I do have another tutorial if you want to bake a cake with it. I think I've done two. I've done a chocolate cake and as well as another cake I decorated. I'll put the link of that video in the description box below if you want to watch that video as well, because obviously you can bake two chocolate cakes and kind of stack them up on top of one another. Or if you're doing it this way, you can just have the chocolate lid on top or on the side. It's up to you. Now you can also turn them obviously into a piñata so you can fill it up with chocolate. I'm doing these because my son's going to break it. If you want to do it, you can. All you do is you attach put some chocolate on the side, on the rim of the one heart, and then place the other heart on top, and then just kneading up the two sides with the chocolate so it goes nice and tight onto your case. And then that way this basically would turn into a piñata, which my son's going to crack, but if you can do that too if you wanted to. So again, a chocolate love heart, just stick on all your chocolates that we made with the silicone molds. This looks gorgeous. I think that plastic chocolate molds are fantastic because you can do different colors of chocolates as well. So these are just some fun ideas for Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.